Hey, James.
Hey, good evening.
How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing okay. Doing okay.
Surviving with all this coronavirus issues going on?
Yeah. What are you guys doing? Is your kids' school day affected yet, or?
So school hasn't been impacted. The church just came out. The church that I go to just came out and suspended church worldwide for the foreseeable future. For the next couple weeks or month.
Wow.
Yeah, my oldest daughter just went to Spain on to serve a church mission, and she made it barely by the deadline. Trump's going to close all that travel this week. So
yeah.
But yeah, my work. I work for the government, and yeah, we're probably going to see some changes here pretty soon.
Oh yeah. You work for a state government or federal government?
Federal government.
Oh goodness. Yeah, so lots of changes here. All of the universities in the state have gone to online classes as of sometime this week, and then within the last 24 hours, MLS has suspended all of their matches going forward, and pretty much all of the NCAA conferences have suspended their
all sporting
their
events.
Basketball tournaments. Yeah,
well, they just canceled the SEC tournament in Nashville, so I don't got to clean that up.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean the March Madness is done. NHL done. Professional basketball done.
NHL will be back in the summer.
Yeah, but I mean it's done for now.
Yeah.
Hiatus for now.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Tell you what, the King left Orlando less than 2 weeks ago. The place is already
everything went to hell.
Yeah.
we need the King back, Vernon.
The King is heading to Gatlinburg, baby.
All right. Well, cool.
Man, that place, I mean, I can't imagine Disney World closing down for something like that.
Disneyland closed. I ain't heard nothing about Disney World.
Yeah, I saw earlier this afternoon Disneyland in California has closed, but it wouldn't surprise me if they also shutter Disney World.
Disney World is a city.
Yeah, it is.
So that's what's different.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Well, at least you can't catch it playing Roll20.
Yeah.
Not that they know of so far, so that's good. All right, I have 8 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and kill that. What are you doing over here?
Oh,
Remind me later. You do that. All right. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. This is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. I am DM Gallibond, and that means it's time for the Dragon of Icespire Peak. And I am joined on the Discord tonight by Chris playing L, Ivy playing Hyza, James playing Abinadom, Mike playing Dorzaphir, and Vern playing FINN Finn.
Too cool.
And we will likely be joined a little later by Wesley. Last time, the party was in the Gold, and they were dealing with a bunch of rat humanoid monstrosities that had stabbed the rightful administrator, Don John Raskin, and made him literally squeal like a little girl and run away and cower the entire fight while the party took care of the monstrosities. I believe, as we left off last time, I'm going to update our screen so we're looking back at the battle map. I believe that the last of the enemies had fallen, and that Don John Raskin was over crying to both Hyza and Finn, "Anybody gonna help me? I'm dying here. I'm dying here."
I walk up and spit blood in his face.
While he's pinned to the wall by Hyza and Finn just taunting him? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had insult to injury. So, as Dorzaphir would say, you're dying. I'm bleeding.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's happening? What is happening? What are those monsters?
Do you know Abinadom? Because I don't.
They were rats. They were ugly, magical rats. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. You guys could do, I'm going to guess you could do like a nature check or something like that to see if you can figure out what these creatures are.
You think it's nature?
I believe it would be nature or survival.
Well, plants and animals, yeah.
Yeah, Abinadom has no idea.
Well, they're neither one. That's the thing about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you told me it was survival sooner.
They're road rats, baby.
See what else would be. Yeah, I guess that would be the. Oh, Dorzaphir. Yes. And Hyza. The two of you, you have heard about these things. You have heard that when humanoids are bitten by a certain kind of rat creature, they can catch a disease which transforms them into some kind of a hybrid humanoid rat monster. Sometimes it is said that on a full moon, they will actually transform into giant rats all on their own. These are, in fact, wererats, you believe, a form of lycanthrope. A lot of people have heard of werewolves, and rumor has it that there are other types of creatures, but you all have actually heard the tales of wererats. Finn, when the two of them mention wererats, you have heard about that, but the songs that you've heard and the tales you've heard, you always thought they would be more like cute little ferrets or weasels, and not these things. This is clearly different than what the stories say. So some of those songs are going to need some updating.
So the wererats in London song wasn't quite accurate.
That is correct. Where it was, they depicted wererats as these cute little creatures that would play these pranks on a naughty innkeeper. But no.
Oh,
Apparently,
and they occasionally run theme parks?
Yes. They occasionally will run Especially they are known for fast serve food stands where oh right.
And the room goes quiet.
Now that we have mined all of the crazy pop culture things we can regarding rodents, all right, what do you guys want to do?
I guess we're going to take this guy back to with us. I imagine, is he staying here?
Dorsey, hold up, man.
Do we want to clear this place? So we might want to check this mine out.
There you go.
That sounds fair.
Although I'm running low on spell power.
And I'm bleeding on the floor. But hey.
Well, with no immediate danger, you all do have the option of either heading outside to take a short, very long rest, or trying to find someplace inside to hole up and take a short or long rest.
I recommend we just bar up these doors right here and hole up in this little area for the evening.
Yeah, they just sit here and watch this guy do whatever he's going to do. How long this guy's going to panic before... Actually, let's take bets on it.
25 gold.
How long you got?
2 minutes before he starts freaking out.
Oh, man, I think you're getting them... Oh, too much. No, he's already freaking out.
2 minutes.
Hey, guys.
2 minutes, he stops freaking out?
Hey, guys, I got it. Let's just take a rest. Let him kind of start to doze off, and I got something that will to see if we can make him wet his pants.
No. You can't get involved in the bet. That would ruin the bet. In your favor. That's not how this works. If I wanted to be shady, I understand. But you, come on, Abinadom.
I don't care about the money. I just want to see this guy's reaction.
Okay, we all know you can cast thaumaturgy, but Jesus.
Okay, so, what are we going to do with this guy? And let's just keep talking about it right in front of his face like that. Because he's still panicking. I think that's part of the
think he
experience.
has bigger threats than you guys playing jokes and wagers.
Yeah. He's out. Well, I guess you're right next to him, but he's kind of outside. He's a little ways from me.
I guess we can just hole up in the room like Abinadom says, and we could just, tie him up if it makes him feel better. I mean, whatever you want to do to keep him from running away.
No, you don't want to tie him up right now.
No.
He ain't running away, dude.
Yeah. We'll just say we're gonna take a rest. We're gonna recuperate, heal up.
Then who's first watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
What, you planning on staying there all night now?
Might as well. I'm not going anywhere in this condition.
Do we have anyone that can heal you up?
Hyza, yeah, I better say.
I didn't want to be rude.
You need more healing?
Maybe, unless we just want to take a rest. I like the Abinadom's idea. We can go in this room here, barricade, and take a rest. El, what you got?
Well, if you're needing a rest, I can take one of the watches. It won't be any different to me.
See?
I'd actually prefer to be outdoors, however. We don't know what's farther in here, and we could trap ourselves. So,
And Raskin's running away. Look, I done told you. The man tried to run away. Grab him.
Actually, Don John Raskin says, well, I have never seen such a selfish group of individuals. And he goes to his horse and he opens up his one of his saddlebags, and he reaches in and he pulls out a small pack, and in the pack he reaches in and he pulls out a vial, and he closes the pack up, and you can sort of hear the clink of other vials in there, and he puts it back in the thing, and he pops the top off the vial, and he drinks the vial, and he is going to drink himself a potion of healing.
And he couldn't have done that during the battle.
Right?
Well, that was kind of a waste of what I was thinking. But you know what? If you want to do it, I ain't gonna stop.
And he says, oh, that's better. That's better. Oh, you all were gonna let me die. Oh, I don't know why I was told to put my trust in adventurers like you. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, Don John needs a rest. He comes over and he just slumps down next to the wall, looking particularly distraught, and he's still kind of shaking, kind of like a leaf, like he can't believe what he has seen.
So yeah, less than 4 minutes. You got it.
I won. No contest.
And he sits there and he says, so, lady and gentlemen, what is your next plan?
I like the plan of searching the rest of your mine out to make sure there's no more of these rat people running around. If you're supposed to be the foreman of the mine here, sir.
I also believe we have a body to recover.
That's fair.
What time of day is it, by the way? Anyways.
Well, you guys had actually got here around midday. And then all of the discussions and everything that you all were doing last time, I figure that maybe took about an hour. So it's early afternoon.
Okay.
If
It's not
theoretically, if you all wrapped this up relatively quickly, you could probably get back to Phandalin by nightfall. Otherwise, if you take a long rest, then it's probably going to be nighttime by the time you finish a long rest, and you would then decide whether you want to stay here until the morning or whether you want to go back to Phandalin at night, whatever.
Yeah, how about we settle on a short rest and push in?
Sure, sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds fine to me.
And if anyone needs healing after the short rest, then fine.
Okay. Now, during a short rest, you all can use up to 4 hit dice, since all of you are 4 hit die characters. The caveat with that is when you take a long rest, you will only gain back a maximum of 2 hit dice that you can use per long rest. So if you burn all of your hit dice, then the next day you only have 2 hit dice that you can use for self-healing, and the rest would have to come from spells or potions. Finn is going to...
Song of Rest.
Yes.
I got the blues, baby. I got the Don John blues. Whenever I go out, I'm the one the wererats choose.
Nice.
So 9 plus a d6?
Yep.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
what it
use,
is.
yes, 9 plus an extra d6. You
14.
all can Yeah, you all can use that. And Finn, if you don't have inspiration, give yourself inspiration for that healing song of rest.
Oh, is that all I got to do? I used to do that all the time. Actually, I already have one.
I'm
Oh,
full
okay.
health and only used 2 hit die. I'm doing good.
And I recovered 1 level 2 slot, so I'm good.
Finn, that was a mighty nice song you played there, sir. You really know how to strum that lute.
Baby, so I'm gonna yell and scream anyway. There's nothing happening, baby, but I'm gonna yell and scream anyway. I got the feeling that I do this all night and all day.
I throw him a gold. That performance just moved me, Finn. You're so awesome.
By the end of an hour, Don John Raskin, he says, "Well, now this is a very irregular indeed. What are we going to do with all these bodies of these creatures? What did you call them? Wererats?
Burn them.
Oh, burn them. Well, that's probably better than they deserve, but, that's probably a good precaution. Oh, I'm so sore after that injury. Now, of course, if I was fully myself, I would gladly help you all drag these bodies, but I am so weak after that injury. Oh, I just need to go over and sit down some. Oh, my stars.
I pull out my wire. I message Abinadom first. Is this guy effing serious?
Yeah, and I say back, just watch this. And I cast Minor Illusion, and I create the sounds of rats running around Don John's feet, right where he went to sit down or stand.
Oh my God.
I said, I go, let's clear this place and get back to Phandalin.
Sounds good to me.
Elle and Dorzaphir and Hyza, you see him. He just runs over to where his horse is, and he just kind of grabs his horse sort of around the neck and buries his head in the whole horse's shoulder, and just he's like screaming into the horse's shoulder, and the horse is kind of like sorry.
Finn, how long did you have on that wager?
What I think he already. Okay, look, if he comes down, he picks right back up again. I don't know how to score that.
We'll just call it even, Finn. We'll call it even.
Also, really bad choice of words. I'm not fully myself. Really bad choice of words right there.
And Abinadom, does Abinadom have inspiration on his character sheet?
No.
Okay, give yourself inspiration. That was good.
Sweet. I got inspiration. So, Dorzaphir, did you see anything interesting when you were invisible doing your wanderings?
Yes, actually. Where that crazy rat lady, well, they were all crazy rat ladies, but the one that I guess was in charge, there's a door south of where we came in. I couldn't get through it. Maybe you can have some luck.
Well, let's go give it a try. Lead the way.
Sure can do. And I take everybody down here to the door that I was fidgeting with that I can't get in. Or I couldn't get in.
Okay. And for everybody's benefit, that's down here on the map.
So has anyone got any expertise in busting this door open?
Well, there's two ways of doing that. You could either
How about
try.
kicking it down?
Yeah, you could either try to brute strength it down, or you could try to pick the lock, or you could try to
Gorrim.
bust the lock.
Where's our short dwarf friend when we need him?
Or you might see if any of these rat creatures has a key on them.
Oh, the DM has given us guidance.
Ooh.
All right, Abinadom goes and searches the rat creatures for any keys.
Okay, Abinadom, you get over here where I'm pinging.
I come back to where I was.
Actually, and I know why you can't see it because I put it on the GM overlay. Let me put it back on the token layer. Okay, you find Zelene's form, and she has a leather cord around her neck that has a key on it. She also has a leather pouch.
Okay, I'll pick both those up and I'll look in the pouch.
Okay. The leather pouch, you see a total of 5 gold pieces and 2 sparkly emeralds.
Okay.
And those emeralds will need to be appraised. So I'm going to put that in the Discord from the where at leader
5 gold,
5 gold pieces.
277. I'm adding it to our loot. 2 sparkly emeralds.
Okay.
So once I grab the key, I toss it over to Dorzaphir and I say, "Hey, here, try this key."
Okay. Mike just said he was stepping away, so let's say Hyza grabs the key instead. Hyza, you have the key that Abinadom tossed over, and there is in fact a padlock on this door.
Oh, I lost you guys.
And I'll try and open the door with it.
Okay, the key fits in the lock, you turn it, click, it opens, pull the lock out, and you can see what's inside. I'm going to go ahead and reveal this area. Okay. And what you find in here is stacked against the walls of the storage area are a dozen empty crates and a similar number of empty casks. You also see about a half dozen more filled crates, and these crates are filled with dried foodstuffs. And there's 8 casks. 4 of the casks look like they have wine in them. 2 of them are casks that have oil, like you would use like for either that you would use like for lamps, and then 2 of the casks have water in them. And then there's the empty crates and casks as well that are in that area.
So it's just food.
Right here.
They had the room locked full of food and wine.
Yep.
Well, you have to protect the supplies that you have.
They surely knew how to potty, right?
Guess so.
And the key number is 8. So unless there's something else in here, we're done.
Yeah, you can check the filled and the empty crates and casks, and there's nothing but food and the liquid and the other. And Don John Raskin will actually just kind of follow along behind you guys. He doesn't want to be left alone.
Question, DM, didn't you say there were workers in this mine? Or supposed to be workers?
Yes, there were. Now, the one woman had given you a story about a cave-in, but that was before they revealed themselves as, wererats. So that may or may not be true. But that was the story you all have heard, is that somewhere there was a cave-in.
So we got to find where they've been digging, that's all.
Yeah, so Abinadom, this is the area where you first met the leader of the wererats in this chamber here. The door to the north, that leads back out the way you came. Nobody has gone into this door yet, and then there's a passageway up here that nobody has explored yet either.
All right, I'll
go left.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that bloodied mark off of you because you're not bloodied anymore.
Thank you. I'll go left if he goes right, and I can always message him if I find something.
Okay, let me go ahead and reveal.
And if I see something, I just yell.
That works.
Okay, so Dorzaphir, you go up into this area and you see another door same way. Abinadom, you open this.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, well, okay, you get to the door. It doesn't appear to have a lock.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and open it then.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to presume, just in case you all decide not to. Now, you're an elf, right?
Yes.
Abinadom, so you're going to have dark vision, so I'm going to open this area up for you here. All right. So, you open this up. There's a... there is... This looks to be an area where there's some equipment stored. You see some picks, shovels, and wheelbarrows stacked up here. You also hear the sound of someone that sounds like they're struggling against bonds.
Hey guys, there's someone in this room. And as I say that, I come over here and I say...
And you see a woman who looks similar to the women you fought, but she is bound up. She is gagged. Her feet are tied together. Her hands are tied behind her back. And she is seated on the floor and lashed to a pole that a wooden beam that rises from the floor to the ceiling. Looks for all the world like she's a captive, but she looks very similar to the women that you fought.
Okay, I'll go ahead and reach down and remove the gag and ask her, "Who are you?"
Okay, you all have a very brave wizard who's doing this without the rest of the party being there, but that's fine.
Because I'm young and inexperienced. It's just what I do.
Okay, so you do that, and she... Okay, I've got to get over here. Icespire.
So this room is just all black, like nothing to be seen?
Yeah. Hang on a second. Let me get back to you, Hyza. All right. This is going to be 312. All right. When you remove the gag from her, she says, "Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I'm, what have the others, what has become of the others?"
Oh, they're in the other room. Well, who are you?
I am Jasmal.
Chasmal. Why are you tied up in this back room? Are you in timeout?
She says, "No, it's Zelene. Zelene has gone crazy.
You can say that again.
She said we should kill all the miners, and we should take this for our lair. I'm the last of those who was fighting against her. I think Zelene couldn't bring herself to kill me because she's my sister. And she said we should kill the rest of the miners. But I don't see why we should kill just because we were driven out by the orcs from our home."
Okay, well, can you stand up? I reached down to try and pick her up. Is she tied to the wall, did you say?
She's tied to a beam that runs from the floor to the ceiling. It's like a good 8-inch square heavy beam that's made like load bearing. It's one of those things that you would find in a mine where they get an area that's a little bit larger and they just want to give it some reinforcement.
Can I cut her loose from that but keep her hands bound?
You could, yeah. You'd have to take a little bit of time with it. So let's say you take about a minute to do that, and while you're doing that, let me swing around to the other people. Hyza, the area you're in, that was just the area where you had first met the people that turned out to be wererats. And then this door here is open, and you know that Abinadom went through there. Let me check with everybody else. Finn, L, what are you all doing at the moment?
I'm just kind of listening in and standing watch out here.
Okay. Dorzaphir, you're
Yes.
at the door up there. What do you want to do?
Go through the door
Okay, so you're going to go ahead through the door.
as I light a torch.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go on ahead. I'm going to reveal what you would see through here with your torch. Basically, through here. Okay. As you head in, you see this passage goes around. There's another door up to your north up here, and then a passage that continues on over here, and another passage that continues over here.
Doors, and more doors. Rhymes with the name. Anyways, let me send a message to Abinadom real quick. So I pull out my copper wire. I whisper, Abinadom, hey, there's a path that goes right and goes left. Which way should I go? You can reply to this message.
If you can figure out how to loop back around to where I am, choose that way. And by the way, I've got Zelene's sister here. She was tied up and held captive, it appears. I'm cutting her loose from the wall.
Okay, you can't quite get that long of a message.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gets cut out.
Come around to me. I've got a captive here. It looks like it's
Okay.
But
I'm just rambling on. I think he's
yeah.
I got that en route. You can reply.
See you soon.
Okay.
So I'll go right.
Okay. All right. Now, Hyza, let's come back to you. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go through the door, or are you going to hang out there and wait for the others, or what?
So it is dark in that room where Abinadom is, right?
I guess he's got a...
Because you said something about dark vision.
Yeah,
so.
He's got dark vision. So yeah, if you are not an elf or a half elf, if you don't have dark vision, you would need to light a torch to go in there.
But without hearing any stress, I wouldn't light a torch. I'll just stand guard, keep my ear out to see if anything can go wrong.
Okay.
Could you hear me talking?
Is that actually verbal or is that telepathic?
No, it's verbal, but it's like a whisper. Like
okay.
Let me put it. Hold on. I think I can actually put it in the thing. Hold on.
Then Hyza, what I'll do, I'll ask you to do a perception check and see if you could hear Abinadom whispering.
There it is. 120 feet. You point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper. The target, and only the target, hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Oh, okay. Well, then the perception doesn't make any difference. But with a 10, I'm going to say that you probably could hear him talking to somebody because he was talking to the captive. So you could hear him talking and questioning somebody, but he doesn't sound distressed. It's not like, hey, put that down. Ah! It wasn't anything like that. So you can treat that however you would.
And Hyza, I have spells that can make lights, just to let you know. So.
Well, that would make me have to go into the darkness first, or waste a torch to go in.
No, not if you yell.
Yeah. Hyza will turn around and say, "Are you all right in there? Do you need any help?"
Hyza, is that you?
Who'd you think it is?
What? You never know. With all these women running around. Let me get some light for you. I cast dancing lights and I shoot out the orbs and light up the area.
Okay. All right. So now it's lit up, Hyza. You can see as much of this area lit up as we have illuminated. Elle and Finn, one of your friends went north through this door over here, and two of the others went this way. So what would you all like to do?
Which way was the dark way?
Well,
both.
Neither way is dark now because Dorzaphir has a torch and Abinadom has put dancing lights over here. So
he did his light show for Hyza.
I did my light show.
So
I'm special.
You all could follow the light of Dorzaphir's torch to the north or the light of Abinadom's dancing lights straight ahead.
Finn looks at Elle. Looks at Dungeon Raskin. Shakes his head.
I mean, I think Dors, he's kind of a loner. He does his own thing. I think he works best that way. Maybe we should follow the majority.
Look, he's following one of us, and I got an idea. Hey, you got a mirror?
The mirror again.
Who are you asking, Finn? Are you asking?
He was talking to Elle, but he looks at Dungeon Rask and says he's following one of us, and I think I know which one. But then he looks at Dungeon Rask and, hey, you got a mirror?
A mirror? I probably have one in my pack on my horse. What do you need a mirror for, boy?
You don't think I need a mirror? That's all I need to know.
And then he just says, strange people. Strange people.
Oh, okay. Elle just took off, and you're going to sit here and talk to me, aren't you? Okay. So we'll just be here. Hoping he doesn't have another panic attack.
Okay. So Dorzaphir.
Sir?
Up where you are, you see passages. There are stairs here that go up. The ground rises probably a total of about 10 feet over this stairway. Goes up, and then you can see that there's more passageways ahead. And there's a door to your north and a door straight ahead, and then a passage heading back down towards the south.
I'll take the path going to the south.
Okay. And through the magic of Roll20,
it's a mimic I'm playing.
Vision, you find that this eventually does ultimately connect back up with the area where Abinadom is, with a couple of additional passages. Let's see.
Can I wave my torch this way and see what's up in here? Just like, because I can see this path curving around here, but can I just like wave it up in here? Like that?
Yeah, you sure can. This is a little area up here, and what you notice as you get there, you smell something kind of unpleasant, and as you get close enough to see around the corner, you see that leaning against the back wall of this tunnel is a dead human miner with a pickaxe.
Ooh, do I see? That's what I was going to ask. His wounds. Does it look like bite wounds, or do I need to roll for that?
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Yes, sir. Investigation. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's good enough, because it's as you get closer, the dried blood is pretty obvious. This guy looks like he was stabbed multiple times in the back, probably while he was working. He probably never even knew somebody snuck up behind him and just stabbed him repeatedly in the back until he died.
Let's pat the corpse on the head and said, I feel you there, buddy. I feel you there. It's okay. Then I check his corpse.
He just has the pick, and his miner's clothes. Doesn't really have anything of value. He's been dead several days, and he smells like it.
So I just brush my hands on my trousers and walk on towards where I think Abinadom is.
Okay. All right. So yeah, by the time you were there, you could see the glow of his dancing lights. So
I snuffed my torch.
Yep. All right. So now, Abinadom, And Hyza, you see this woman. She is actually she is injured. So she's in addition to the other thing, she is just on the edge of bloodied. It's more looks like she's injured because she's been maybe beaten up a little bit, and she hasn't had much food and water in a while. But she's otherwise doesn't have any like weapon wounds or things like that. But she is in pretty sad shape. So she looks at you and she says, oh, you all, how did you get here? Where did you come from?
Well, do you want the long answer or the short answer?
Someone has to talk some sense into Valine. Into Zaline. Go ahead.
So, and she's starting to say, I look at Hyza and Elle and Dorzaphir, and I said, "This is Jasmine. Did I say that right, Jasmine?"
Yeah, that's right.
Jasmine. This is Jasmine. She is Zaline's sister, and she was locked up in the dark, as you can see. And I've just cut her from this post.
Yeah, she's still seated, but now she's sort of stretched her legs out. And they're still bound together, and her hands are still bound together. But she's seated more comfortably, it seems now, because they had her arms kind of behind her, tied, and she was in a position where she was sort of squatting very uncomfortably, tied to that post. And now she's just seated on the ground with her legs out in front of her, still bound at the ankles, and her hands are behind her, but she's leaning up a little more comfortably against that post.
Okay. Now, I basically wanted to cut her a little. I didn't want her to totally free her, but make her more comfortable was the intent that I was trying to do.
Well, you've done that.
Yes.
And she says, Zaline, I don't know what came over her. The orcs came and they drove us out. They drove us out of where we used to live near Coneyberry, the Shrine of Savras. Do you know it?
Do I? That's a good question.
We have heard of Coneyberry. Coneyberry. That place sounds familiar.
Not with that roll. I don't know anything about it.
No, we've heard of Coneyberry, I thought.
Yeah, we've been through Coneyberry. We stayed there before we went to the ranch.
Yes.
But we just didn't do that much exploring in Coneyberry.
No, we walked through it.
Yeah. You all have not been to the shrine. But anybody who wants to make a history check can see if you've heard enough about it to know roughly where it is in relation to Coneyberry. Okay.
How about no?
Couldn't be worse than a nat 1. Come on now.
Abinadom, that's pretty good. Yeah. Whereas the Butterskull Ranch was pretty much due east of Coneyberry, the Shrine of Savras was in the hills about due south. So maybe 5 miles to the south of Coneyberry is where the Shrine of Savras is. That would put it mostly north and a little bit east from where you are at the gold mine.
Okay.
Is where that shrine would be.
So this shrine is just north, a little northeast of this gold mine, about 5 miles due south from Coneyberry.
Right.
And I say that to them.
Yeah, from the mine, you think it would take the better part of a day to get there.
Okay.
Not quite a whole day, but the better part of a day.
So you said the orcs drove you from your home?
Yes. Yes, we had been there. The Whisker Gang has called that home for as long as our stories can tell. Our kind are not welcome in many cities, and after Coneyberry was abandoned, the ancient leaders of our gang found that city, or found that shrine, and established themselves there. And as more members of our pack have encountered others like us across the region, we have made them welcome.
As she says this, do I know, or do we know, like, when she says our kind, what she's referring to?
Well, you would guess that if she's Zillion's sister, you would guess that she's probably a shape changer, or has the that version of lycanthropy that would make her a wererat.
Okay. For some reason, I thought that they were diseased somehow, and that maybe she wasn't. But that's
well, lycanthropy is a disease, but for most people, once they contract it, they can never get rid of it. They have it the rest of their lives.
okay. So that's why they're called the Whisker Gang. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Question, Abinadom. Why don't we send her with a letter to the sheriff at the ranch? Maybe he can hook her up with like a job or something and help her out. Get her back on her feet.
Yeah,
Just an idea.
He seems to take on projects. He might be willing to do so. We might be able to swing by there.
No. We just sent her on her way because we're going the opposite direction.
That's true. We are.
But I promise, ma'am, that if you take this letter, Hyza, you probably have the best handwriting, or Abinadom, you do write spells. Just take this letter to the sheriff at what's the ranch? Good Springs Ranch? Take it to the ranch. Tell him Butterskull Ranch. That's it. Tell him we sent you, that you need, to get back on your feet. If you're willing to put in the work, he'll help you out.
Well, if there are more of us, I can go with them, but I'm afraid to go on my own.
And I whisper to Dorzaphir, she doesn't know about her family. She doesn't know about her sister.
Yeah, I thought either you or Finn could I'm whispering to you through message, could let her down easy.
And after a while, Don John Raskin's curiosity gets the better of him. He hears voices, and he says, "Oh, what in tarnation is going on in here? Y'all find some of the miners?" And
he left. Whoa!
And then he looks. He says, "Oh, gods! Oh, it's another one of them monsters."
Yes, Hyza, can you keep him quiet for a little bit?
And
Yes,
then
sir.
He kind of runs off over here. Says, "Keep her away from me. Keep her away
Right.
from me."
All right, listen, bro. Hide behind us and don't make a sound. They won't know you're there.
And he looks at you and he says, "You have a spell that'll make me invisible."
How about you shut up, or else I'll make you shut up.
Ooh.
I'll cast a spell on him.
Okay.
Bibbity boppity boom. Deception check.
Okay, yes. 25. He's like, oh, it just barely audible gasp. And he looks at his hand. He's like, "I'm invisible."
Dorzaphir just puts face palms, puts his hand to his head, and looks over to Abinadom
Oh my god.
and looks back at his face in his hand and just goes, "Oh God, help me."
No, not God. God.
Yes, Finn, you're the god of my own personal world. It's okay.
And Jaslyn says, or Jasmal says, "Oh, monster. Then you all know. You've seen the others."
And I look at Jasmal and I say, "Yes, we have. But let's back up a minute. When you guys arrived to this mine, were there miners here?"
"Yes, there were."
"And what happened to the miners? Where are they?"
"Well, some of them fought, and when they attacked us, we killed them. But others did not fight, and we put them, we locked them away. I and some of the others said to Zelene that we should let them go. But she said no, we couldn't. That they would go back to town, to Phandalin, or to one of the other towns, and they would bring people. She was mad after the orcs attacked us at the Shrine of Savras. And I don't know what scared her more, the orcs themselves or the mad story that they told as they attacked us and drove us off. They said they hoped that the dragon would take us." "You don't really think there could be a dragon, do you?"
Oh no, there's a dragon.
And she kind of almost tries to shrink in on herself a little bit when you say that. "There's a dragon."
Well, not here at the moment. Abinadom, you seen a dragon here at the moment?
"No dragons here, but we are looking for one."
And she squeaks. She says, "You're looking for one?"
"Yes, we're looking for one."
You guys want to let her in on it? I think it might be for the best.
What
You want to
part?
let her in on why we're looking for the dragon?
Well, that's kind of double-edged sword there, my friend. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying. Oh, screw it. Look, your sister tried to kill us. We killed everyone. She attacked me. She attacked my friends. She's dead. My brother's dead.
Selena's dead.
Abinadom's We all have somebody that's died. My brother died. The dragon killed my brother. At least your sister went down with a fight. Can't really much fight a dragon by yourself when it's attacking the whole village. Sorry, out of character. Sorry for being so blunt. I just got tired of it. I'm sorry. Dorzaphir sitting there just tapping his foot like, yeah, no, I've got to get rid of this. I've just got to just let it out.
And she brings her hands to her face, and you can tell that she's weeping. She says, "Oh, Celine, she was always so rash. Always, she so angry. And she said, and she looks at you, Dorzaphir. She says, I'm sorry that she attacked you and forced you to make that awful choice. But she wanted the blood of the miners to pay for the blood that the orcs had spilled. And I suppose the orcs wanted our blood to pay for the blood that the dragon had spilled."
No, the orcs were just greedy. The orcs, we've done met with the orcs that probably most likely took over there, and they got ran out of their homes too. So I mean, it's just one big, crazy mess.
Well, if Celine hasn't done anything rash to the miners, I can tell you or show you where they are.
And I had done an insight check when she was telling us her story.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if 11 was good enough to tell if she was being truthful or not. But
You think she's being truthful.
yeah,
With an 11.
yeah.
You can't.
Dorzaphir, what do you think? You think I should cut her loose, and have her guide us to the miners?
Well, you could just as I always like to say, one arm on the shoulder, one with a knife behind the back. I mean, it's just either way you want to do it. I mean, she's being honest, and I'm going to roll a check for that, actually.
Okay.
Insight. Give me a second.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess she's being honest enough.
She seems perfectly honest.
I either cut or untie the remaining bonds on her legs and hands, and I lift her up.
Okay. As you lift her to her feet, she winces because clearly she's in a lot of pain. Her muscles have been, sort of bound up there for a while, and she leans not super heavily, but she leans a little bit on Abinadom for support.
And I yell over to Don John. Hey, Don John, you have any more of that potion? That healing potion?
What? You're not going to give it to those monsters, are you?
Shut up and just answer the question.
Hyza ticks her tongue and comes over anyway to help.
And Don John looks at Finn and says, "Can you believe that boy talked to me that way? That wizard, that elf is so rude. I tell you, rude." Vern, you're a little bit robotic.
He's losing connection currently.
Phooey.
Yeah, because I noticed it disconnected him.
Oh, okay.
I think
Ooh.
That's a bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
You're very robotic.
A bad connection.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Okay.
So it looks like Hyza cast.
Okay. Oh, okay. So cure wounds. All right. That is much. She's much better now. She flexes her. Most of the bruising around her wrists goes away, and she flexes her arms and flexes her legs and stands more steadily. And she looks to you, or she looks to Hyza and says, "Thank you, thank you." And then she says, "Follow me." And she walks slowly, not going full speed, but taking her time.
And I have my dancing lights are kind of followed out ahead, so everyone can. I keep the lights around close enough that everyone can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just put one on Hyza's head. Yeah.
And then that comes over. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and say that you can. Eventually, when you all get there, she goes down this way and heads over here, and comes up here, and she comes to this door, and she steps beyond the door, and she says, "Did any of you find a key?" And you see there's a padlock on this door here, similar to the one that was on the other door.
Hyza will walk up to it and insert the key.
Okay. The lock unlocks, and you pull that lock off. And Don John Raskin, as the light starts to disappear, he follows along behind everybody. This opens up, and you find a whole bunch of. Now, I don't know why they use the same token for all these people, but these literally are the exact same token, but listed as commoners instead. So you see a bunch of miners that are in here. Looks like there's sort of 8 or 9 of them that are in this area. They look like they're malnourished. Like they haven't had any food or water in a couple of days. There's actually, over in one of the corners, there's kind of a stinky pile where it looks like they've sort of created a makeshift latrine in one corner. But they're kind of all sitting around, and they look up and they sort of shy away as the door opens, and they see Hyza there, and they go, "Oh, thank the gods you're here. You're here. Oh, are the monsters dead? And they say that to Hyza as she opens the door.
She doesn't like the term monster. She flinches a little bit, but she puts on a friendly smile and says, "Yes, we're here to help all the miners out. So if you just give me a moment, I'll go grab some food and some water."
Oh, thank goodness. And so they begin to sort of weakly get up, and they,
Is it dark in there? Are these humans? Can they see? Or
There's a mixture of humans and dwarves that are in here. Say like 5 dwarves and 4 humans. Several males and several females of both humans and dwarves.
And is there so the humans just completely blind in there, or is there torches on the wall? Or
there are sconces that have burned out torches, and there are a couple of lanterns that are not lit. Probably they burned out, you would imagine. So yeah, the
all right, I'll take one of my dancing light orbs and slowly put it in that room so that they can see.
They kind of squint and hold their eyes because it's practically blinding with the
right
amount of light, but they rather quickly adjust, and the dwarves sort of blink back a little bit because they had gotten used to being in the darkness. And one of the dwarves will come and say, you won't believe it. There was a bunch of rat people that came in. They attacked us and threw us all in here. Said they were going to kill us.
You no need to fear. What is your name?
My name. I am the dwarf. Name of Rurik.
Rurik. My name is Abinadom. You don't need to worry about those creatures. They've been handled. Are you the leader of this group?
Well, no. The former overseer, he and some of the other miners, they tried to fight back, but they were cut down.
And are you the last of the miners?
I believe we are.
So are you the leader of this last little band of miners?
And he says, I'm no leader. I was captured.
Well, my friend, let's gather your comrades and let's go get you some food and water.
Oh, very good. Very good. And the Jasmal, Finn, thank you, Hyza. Finn, some of them are dwarves and some of them are humans, male and female. So the dwarf, the dwarf talks to some of the others. Okay, Abinadom, you come up here, and Jasmal will sort of step out of the way.
Yeah, I wanted to put myself in between them and Jasmal just in case they saw her and panicked. So I just wanted to kind of make a barrier as we lead them out to a more hospitable part of the mine.
Okay. You have that area over there where they all had gathered and had food and drink before. Yes. So that's probably a good spot. So I'll just grab a few of them and drag them over there. In fact, why don't I do this? I'll just take some of them, put them there, then take these guys over, put them there. Okay. All right. So then Don John Raskin will say as he sees it, "Oh, these poor bastards," and as he
Well, sir, they're your poor bastards.
as he sees them come out, he then brightens up and he says, "Oh, my friends, I'm Don John Raskin, and I have led these brave adventurers here to rescue you, and come with us. Let us get you some food and water." And so he starts to regain his bluster, and he sort of starts treating them in much the same way he treated you all when he first met you back in Phandalin and in the start of the journey towards the mine.
He'll keep them occupied.
Yeah, he just sort of falls right into the role of storyteller, host. He seems to have a knack of, he tells them a couple of jokes, and you all are like, I don't know if these people are going to be in the mood for that, but he seems to just have a knack for knowing what people in the mining profession would want to hear, and so they start to laugh a little bit at his humor, and he quickly sort of starts to get them at ease and whatnot. He just sort of seems to be naturally in his element, in much the same way that Finn is in his element in the common room of an inn where he has a whole crowd to work. So he's there. So Finn's internet problems got the better of him. Too bad.
Back once again, it's FINN.
Hey, okay, he's back.
He always has to make an entrance.
He's the king, of course.
Of course. Okay, so I'm going to refocus the map back over here. And they bring food and water and wine out. Now, those of you that what do you all want to do with your captive Jesmal?
I look over to Abinadom and say, should we just let her go? I mean, it'd be the right thing to do.
Yeah, she's not a threat to us. Let's see if we can get her to Butterskull Ranch.
And she says, Truly, I am grateful for you wanting to let me go, but I'm afraid to go cross country on my own. I'm afraid of what will happen if the orcs or the dragon find me.
Well, should we let her tag along for a little bit?
That takes a full vote of the whole party.
That's what I'm asking.
I give a vote of yes.
I say yes.
Finn?
Yeah, it's fine. It's we can
at least get
take
a
more than one
Phandalin.
rat along, but
Oh, low blow, Finn. That's a low blow.
Hyza? An L?
Like she said, she doesn't fit in with the normal people around the towns and such. So, where Butterskull Ranch is, she might fit in better. But
Well,
we aren't planning on bringing her out that far.
Well, I had an idea on that. We can go back to Phandalin. We charter her a buggy. They have carts that probably go to different cities or towns or even to the ranch. Somebody delivering, we've done it before, delivering supplies. So maybe they got a supply run going to the ranch. She could just hop on. We'll pay the driver to take her to the ranch with him with the supplies. Him or her.
Hopefully it happens before full moon.
Well, I don't know what day we're in.
And Jasmal says, she looks at Hyza and she says, the condition you speak of is true. When we are first transformed, we have no control over which form we take. And a full moon can shift us without our bidding. But I have had this condition for over a decade, and I have learned how to resist and control when the sickness takes me. Some people call it a sickness. I have learned to think of it as a gift, for in some ways I can find my way better in another form than I can in this form. But as you well imagine, that most townsfolk just don't understand that. And to them, I will always be a monster.
Well, at Butterskull Ranch, you'll fit right in. Also, on top of that, for shits and giggles, you could always, hunt down all the predators trying to attack the animals at the farm. It'd work out wonderful for you.
And I very do apologize. I wasn't trying to be rude or insulting in the slightest.
No, it's no insult. Most people who have never dealt with lycanthropes believe the same as you. I always heard tales as a child myself about the full moon bringing out people that could change into wolves or bears or even boars. And for the most part, for those who don't survive long, that's true. And if they are in areas of civilization, the first time they transform in a moon, often they are hunted down by a posse and slain. So they never live long enough to learn that they can control it. So it's understandable that you would not realize that it can be controlled. And by the way, the miners here, other than the latrine they have for themselves, they really don't have anything except the clothes on their back. So she says that she will accompany you back to Phandalin, and will gladly go to the ranch at the first opportunity. She just begs you not to tell anybody in Phandalin about her condition.
You have my word.
Okay, she gives you a smile.
Elle, are you good with this?
I mean, she was tied up, so obviously she has a different point of view. Sure.
All right. Do we want to finish looking through this cave, or do we want to start heading back now?
Well, she's been here long enough. Ask her if there's anything else of interest left. Just my opinion.
You're standing right next to her.
Oh, that's fair too. God, I've lost my mind today. Is there anything else that might be of interest to us adventurers anywhere else in this cavern here?
She says, I think Zeline took the overseer's quarters for herself. She may have stashed any treasure that she found in there.
Could you lead us to it?
Yes, I will show you where it is.
The corpse of the dead overseer.
She says that the miners the miners had previously created a graveyard out beyond the east entrance, and they took the dead miners that they killed out and buried them in shallow graves along with the other miners that had been buried there over the years. So she goes over here, and I'm just going to do this because it will be quicker. All right, and this room here is the overseer's office. There's a desk, a chair, empty wooden chest, and a cot in there. And under the desk, there are 2 sacks. Two fairly large sacks.
Goodness gracious. Or as Finn would say, good God.
Oh, my.
Okay, so Abinadom, the one sack, you open it, and it's got 10 fist-sized chunks of gold ore.
Okay.
And I'm going to put those there. And those are worth 10 gold pieces each. And then the other holds 82 silver pieces, 450 copper pieces, and a pair of goggles.
Ooh. Like one pair of goggles.
Yep, one pair of goggles.
Can I do? Go ahead.
Yeah, and the goggles, they look unlike a lot of the other stuff around here that looks used and worn. The goggles look brand new.
Can I do an investigation check or Arcana check or something to see if?
Yeah, do an Arcana check on them. See if that will reveal anything to you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. They're shiny.
Oh.
Here we go again. Go to upstage again.
I believe my friend Jack used to have a pair just like that.
Ah, Finn. Yes. You look at these, and you see that. Oh, yeah, I like this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this image. I'm going to put it in. Okay. It's in the Discord. I put a picture of them in the Discord for you guys. These are have a leather strap and They look in the middle kind of almost like the beak of an owl, and they've got darkened glass lenses. And you've heard about these. They are, in fact, goggles of night. And you know that somebody without dark vision that puts these on will gain dark vision out to 60 feet. And someone who already has dark vision and puts these on will get dark vision out to an additional 60 feet. And because this is an adventure, there actually is a item card for this. So whenever we decide who's going to get it, I will put that in your inventory so you can, or I will assign it to you so it'll be in your journal and then you can put it in your inventory.
Well, who doesn't have night vision? Dorzaphir.
That would be all the humans would not have night.
Gorrim.
No, Gorm's a dwarf.
Gorm's a dwarf. He has night vision.
Oh, I had human. I had human fighter written down.
But Dorzaphir is the one that needs it.
No, I'm fine. It just I like the dock. I'd be fine with that. I like the dock. It's okay. If I was doing something that required them, I'd borrow them from whoever had them, but I don't need them full time.
I don't know if anyone needs them full time.
Well, we can just keep them as party loot and hand them out when they need it.
That sounds great.
All right. I've got them all in there.
Okay. Yeah, all right. And Hyza is also human. So we've got, 3 humans, Dorzaphir, Hyza, and Finn. And then the others are, I believe, elves or... Yep. Okay, so, Hyza has the armor. So she's got something. All right. Then that's all you find in there. Did we say we're just gonna leave that as party loot?
I put it in. Yeah, I put it in party loot for now.
Okay, so then what I'll do, I'll go ahead and I will show to players. I'll show to everyone. So now everyone should be able to see it in your journals. If we get to a point where somebody takes that full time, I'll just change the ownership of it and roll 20 and assign it to one person. But for now, you guys should all be able to see it.
They're so pretty.
Yes.
Oh, so pretty.
Oh, so pretty.
And witty.
All right.
And they make you sing good too.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay.
'Cause I'm happy.
And my voice really doesn't sound that way.
All right. So, she will very quietly and demurely come along with you all, and she's actually going to do her best. Let me. She's going to actually do her best to sneak to stealth. Oh, that's good. Yeah, she manages to stealth past the miners while they're all gathered around, and Don John is regaling them with tales, and they don't even notice her going by. So she just goes up towards the outside, beyond where the miners are gathered.
Good.
And so then, do you all want to head back to Phandalin at this point?
Yes. Did we get something from Don John proving we were here?
Oh, yes, by all means. He is now kind of completely back in his element. And he will tell you all that he will see that the mine gets back into production. He asks you to take a list of supplies that they would want to buy, or that they would want to get from Phandalin based on what the miners tell him, and says that he believes that the mining company has a contract with Halia, and so Halia can arrange for a shipment and bill the mining company by the usual arrangement to make sure that they get paid. So basically it would be something similar to, a cart full of supplies that people would bring out here every so often. They're just on the account of the mine. And he'll send a note back to Halia, thanking her for setting up the escort to get him there. And it explains a little bit about what they found, that the mine had been overrun by wererats, and that or rat monsters, as he calls them in his letter, and that he actually gives you all the credit in his letter for killing them, but he does say that he helped to tell you the best way of striking them down so that your attacks were more effective. He puts that in his letter to her. So
Okay.
All right, Elle, you want to take a quick peek up in this area?
Just a quick peek.
Okay. We'll go up here. I'll just...
If it's just hallways and whatnot, I'll just backtrack. Unless something catches my eye.
There is a chamber, but there's mainly hallways that connect up. That one chamber over there, there's more supplies in this area, more crates of food and water and oil and wine up in there. So, Don John thanks you all, and the miners thank you all.
Yeah, and as we're departing, I just cast Minor Illusion and put the rat's sounds down by his feet again as we...
Oh my God. Okay, no. I give you 5 gold for that.
He goes, ho, 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 and the miners all look at him like, what? is going on with this guy? He says, "Oh, the monsters! The monsters! Oh, they're after me! Oh, oh, oh!"
I just wanted the miners to. I wanted the miners to get a true taste of what they were dealing with.
Hold on. I'll turn you invisible again.
Oh, thank you.
That's. I hope for a 1 this time.
Sorry, that was.
Oh, good God! Here.
And he says, and do you, Abinadom, when Finn does that flourish, do you let the sound stop?
Yeah.
Okay. And he says, "Oh, they can't see me anymore. Ha, ha, ha." And then one of the miners looks right at him and says, "Who can't see you anymore?" And he says, "Oh my God. Oh, and y'all, I'll have to tell you the story later. Oh, but thank you, friends. Thank you. Have a safe journey back to Phandalin."
As we get ready to leave, I pull out my copper wire and send him a message.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell him he can reply, but I'm just going to whisper very lightly in my non-British accent and go, "I know you're a fake. People are watching you. Liar, deceiver."
And he just sort of looks around and he looks at the miners and he looks around and he just, then after that voice goes away, he says, "Oh, well, friends, that was
there we go.
Friends, that was a harrowing journey from Phandalin. Let me tell you about the orcs we ran into." As you all hear his voice dying away as you all head out. Okay. Well, we are going to take our break, and during the break, everybody can go ahead and level up to level 5.
Oh, sweet.
And when we get back, we will get to Phandalin, and then we will go ahead and do that. Because we're going to level up, we'll restart the session at the top of the hour, so that gives you about 15 minutes. But I'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes, and if anybody has any questions about leveling up, I'll do that. And I think everybody's kind of familiar with how that works now, but just in case there's any questions about what happens at level 5, I can talk with you then. I'm going to go ahead and put the music on while we're away at break, or at least until I get back, and then put the plate up as well.
Yay, I get uncanny dodge.
I get fireball.
Ooh.
The question is, what's the second one that I want? Do I want lightning bolt? Do I want to fly? It's a lot of good third level.
Good God, +9 to stealth. My goodness.
Yeah, I got +7.
Dude, I could roll what is it? A 10 and have a 19.
Hello?
So anything 10 and above, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
you're
pretty good.
Sleight of hand, God's +6. Like 11 and above was stealth. If I roll 11 and above, it's over. Oh yeah, Chris gets extra attack. That's right, you're a fighter. Yeah, that is awesome. And if you use action surge, that's where you really start fucking shit up.
Yeah, the thing is though, because we're not playing feats, which is what I kind of focus this character on. I can't take crossbow expert, so I got to take out the longbow to take advantage of the extra attacks. But it'll work.
You're a fighter, right? So you don't get action surge.
Well, the heavy crossbow has the loading feature, so you can't take more than one attack per round unless you have the crossbow expert feat.
Oh damn! Well, I was gonna say you ain't got a sword or anything though, unless you're right up on them.
Yeah, I do, but I want to stay ranged. I'm just gonna. It's only 2 damage. It's a D10 versus D8, so it's not terrible, but the longbow's got longer range.
Makes sense.
But with the game mechanics, I can take my first shot with the heavy crossbow, then just drop it and draw the longbow. But I think I'm just going to stick with the longbow to make it easier for everybody.
No big deal.
So if anyone has interest in carrying a heavy crossbow as a backup weapon, I'll hand it over.
Not I.
It'll literally be useless to me now with extra attack. I'll be hindering myself by carrying it.
I'll be right back, guys. My phone's dead, so I'll be right back before break's over.
All right, I am back. Well, everybody is working on their updates.
Since you're going back to the Vandalin and all that, I'm guessing that we get all our spell slots back?
Yeah, we'll have a chance to have a long rest before we do the next thing. So you guys will get all your hit points and all your spell slots back before we take on the next part of our session.
As we were leaving the mine, I grabbed some bat guano and sulfur that I saw in there.
Okay. Yep, it's natural caves. And where there are caves, there tend to be bats.
And I also grabbed some fur from one of the dead rats.
Okay.
And I figure I find amber and glass somewhere else. I don't know where I find a rod of amber.
You can... It doesn't give a gold piece value for that, does it? Or does it?
No.
Then you can find one when you get back to Phandalin.
Okay.
Somebody will have one of those in one of the shops. A settlement the size of Phandalin does have a gold piece limit. I think it's like 200 gold pieces is the most you can find in a town that size. If you want to find something that costs more than 200, you got to go to a larger town or settlement.
Yeah, there was no gold pieces mentioned for those.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'm gonna mute my mic while I munch on some stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back in just a second.
And back.
I'm back.
Abinadon's back.
What cool stuff did you get at level 5 at Abinadom?
I got just the proficiency went up 1, and then I got fireball and lightning. I got 2 third level spells, so I just picked the fun ones. So
Yeah, just don't do fireball when everybody's right around you.
yeah, I actually have a neat trick. I can actually protect a few of you when I cast that.
Really?
He works a few.
Yeah, I can protect. Let's see, how many can I protect? Depends on my level.
Evoker.
1 plus. Let's see. Choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level. Let's see.
So 3?
Choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the
4.
spell's level. So 4. I could protect 4 people. It will
Nice.
not have an impact. So,
And I should be nowhere near that impact, so it's one less
Yeah.
to worry about.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I just remember I was playing a game with my wife, and we were doing a tournament, and she's a cleric, and all of a sudden she's a light cleric, so she has fireball, and she chucks it halfway across the field, and just the DM, a buddy of mine, just it obliterates the almost like, what was it, 6 or 7 people out of that party, and he's like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, that cleric is too OP'd. It's like, no, that's just her normal spell. What are you talking about?
Light clerics, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I did something wrong.
My first character ever was a Tempest cleric, though. I think that's my favorite.
Yes, those are cool.
Yeah, I have a buddy who typecasts himself, and he loves it. Every time we have a game, we always know that Dennis is going to play a dwarf and a cleric. Now he'll sometimes be a war cleric, he'll sometimes be a holy cleric, and he'll change up which deity he's after, but he just loves being a dwarf cleric because he loves that just that whole vibe.
Yeah, the cleric class was very well designed in this game. So diverse with the different orders.
Mm-hmm. And it really, in some ways, it goes all the way back to the original rules, because in the original rules, as a cleric, you didn't get any spells until 2nd level. And so you were, 1st level, you were kind of a fighter, except you couldn't use edged weapons. You could only use blunt weapons. So they were running around with maces and stuff like that, but they had heavy armor and shields, and they would just stand up and go toe-to-toe with enemies right along with the fighters. And then starting at 2nd level, they would get spells that they could begin using. All right, we are at the top of the hour. Does everybody have a chance to finish leveling up their character?
Yep.
Okay. Anyone have any unresolved questions about leveling up their character?
Oh, I'm good. D&D Beyond helped me out a lot.
Okay. Excellent. Well, back in Phandalin, you go to the let me double check. Go back to the Phandalin Miners Exchange. You talk to Halia, and Halia will give you the let me just make sure what I have here. She will give you 100 gold pieces each, and she will give you receipts that you can take to Harbin Western. And after you do that, you get another 100 gold.
Woo! Racking it in.
We're rich.
So, and that's paid to each of you individually. So then the last thing that you had heard about before you left was going to the loggers camp. And you do also have somebody with you. You have Jasmal with you. So I'm not sure how you all want to deal with that.
I thought we asked. I thought we said that if somebody was taking like a provision cart to the ranch, that we would pay the driver to take her with them.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned that to Harbin Wester, and he will say that you should go and talk to either what's his name, Barthen, or you should talk to Master Stonehill at the inn, and one of them can get her connected. I guess you tell them that you found her at the mine, and what do you say about her?
We rescued her from the mine, and she's looking to get passage to Butterskull Ranch, where she can find employment.
And Harbin Wester says, "Oh, you were not one of the miners, miss." And she says, "No, truthfully, sir, my home was attacked, and I fled, and I was lucky to find the mine, and they let me stay with them until these brave adventurers came. And when they told me they were coming back to Phandalin, I said I would come back with them, and then they mentioned something about the sheriff at Butterskull Ranch, and that he's hiring new ranch hands to help him restore the place. So I thought I would go cast my lot in with him." And she says, "Oh," or the townmaster says, "Oh, there, dear. Yes, that's good. Oh, Big Al, he will have a spot for you. I'm sure. He has a big heart." So she goes off and talks with the innkeeper, and the innkeeper's wife talks her husband into letting her serve tables until the next cart leaves with supplies, and so she can pay for her room and board by serving tables there at the inn for a few days. And then
and before she left, Abinadom gave her 10 pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Finn gave her one word of advice.
Okay.
He has orcs working there.
And her eyes get big. And she said, "Orcs? Surely you jest, sir."
But they're not how you think.
It says not.
They're good, hard-working people, because that's what I'm saying about what we told you about the sheriff that runs the ranch. Everything is in order. You'll fit right in place. Nobody will be harassing you. It'll be, like I said, you pull your weight. You do, what needs to be done. You'll have room and board. Everything will be provided. You'll be okay. I promise.
They have really bad hair.
They all can't be as pretty as you, Finn. It's okay.
And she looks back and forth between you all and kind of quizzically, but she doesn't say anything, and she just sort of nods. "Okay, well, if it is as you say, I will trust you. You spared my life and saw me safely back here. I'm
Did you
in
give
your
her
debt."
the letter, Hyza? Oh, she walked over. Yeah, okay, so she gave her the letter.
Oh yeah, and you guys got that letter to Halia. So Halia will be putting together supplies for the mine, and eventually we'll probably be looking for someone to take those. As for now, you hear from Barthen, who's very anxious that the supplies should be taken to the logging camp.
And Barthen, speaking of supplies, we've acquired a number of items, and I'm wondering if you might be interested in purchasing some of these items from us.
Oh, well, yeah, if they're in suitable order, yes. What do you all have?
Yeah, so I've got 11 great, used and worn great axes. I mean, they're worn, but you can tell that they were worn very well. How much would you give us for the 11 great axes?
And he looks at them and he said, sees that they're all in pretty good order. He says, "Oh, well, yes, I could give you 15 gold each for these."
Great. I've got 11 used and worn sets of hide armor to go with these great axes. How much for these?
Hide armor. He looks at those and he takes them and even as you hand them to him, he kind of wrinkles his nose up. They stink like orcs. These will have to be washed.
I prestidigitate them. I make them all nice and pretty.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, yes, I could give you 5 gold each for these.
Okay. And I've got another 6 sets of hide armor that are in a little bit better shape.
He'll give you 5 for them as well.
Okay, 5 for these.
I'm just I'm not putting the quantity down. I'm putting in Discord the amount for each one, and I'll let you tally.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm just converting all this extra stuff we've been carrying and gonna convert them into currency.
How many hide armors together?
We had 6.
6.
And no one needs great axes, right? No one needs great axes. I got 6 great axes that are not used and worn. They're a little bit better condition. Still 15 for those.
Yeah.
All right. Did anyone want any javelins? I've got 12 javelins. How much
I'm fine.
Okay. Javelins. He will give you javelins sold for 2 silver pieces and 5 copper pieces each.
Times 12.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm interested in purchasing a fine dagger from you. How much? Do you have any daggers on hand?
Dagger. Oh, yes. You can buy a dagger. Now, are you looking for just out of character? Are you looking for a normal dagger? Would you be looking like for a silver dagger or what?
What would be the difference? I mean,
basically cost. So let me.
Certain things only are damaged by silver too.
What's the finest dagger that you carry?
Let me just double check what the price is. Silvered weapons. Okay, silvered weapons. Okay. It adds 100 gold pieces to the price. So a normal dagger would be 2 gold pieces. A silver dagger would be 102 gold pieces.
Oh, what the hey? Give me one of those 102 gold silver
Okay.
or gold silver daggers.
Yeah. Silver dagger purchased. 102 gold pieces. Okay.
So it's
And you can see that what they've done is there's silver that's worked into the blade, and it's the pommel is like a nice pearl handle on it with inlay, and then the silver is chased down the blade of the dagger, so that anything you strike with it will get hit by the silver, and it's all probably kind of worked into it, so it's nice and hard.
okay.
I need a small crystal bead.
Okay.
He also needs a mirror.
Oh yeah.
Instead of using my shield, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So, do you want a steel mirror? The steel mirror will be 5 gold pieces, and if you're just looking for a single bead, he will throw that in along with the mirror. But if you're looking for a like a string of beads, that'll be 5 silver. I mean, you don't need them to be any particular value, do you?
Nope. But
Okay.
he will take a string of beads because he's going to be picky.
Okay. So 5 silver for a string of beads.
And Finn sits there and looks at the beads and decides which one he likes the best.
Okay. Anybody else need to buy anything?
Yeah. What do you have for longbows?
Oh, longbow. A normal longbow will run you 50 gold.
I have a normal longbow. I'm looking for something a little more fancy.
Well, he doesn't have anything really fancier than a normal longbow. Now, he does tell you that he can sell you in much the same way that that there was the silver dagger. He does have 10 silver arrows that he can sell you for 101 gold pieces.
What's your exchange rate on bolts to arrows?
He will, if you have a gosh bless it, if you have a full quiver of bolts, he will buy those for 5 silver.
And how much do the arrows cost?
101 gold.
Oh, just regular arrows, or the same price as bolts?
No, the regular arrows are 1 gold for a quiver of 20. The silvered arrows are 101 gold pieces for 10.
I've got 75 bolts I want to turn into 75 arrows.
Oh, okay. So That would be, it would cost you half price. So basically, that would be 2 gold.
I'll hand over the 2 gold.
Yeah.
And I'll take an extra quiver if he's got one.
Okay, so then make it 3 gold. And you get 5 full quivers of 5 full quivers of arrows.
Is that
So
100 or okay?
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
Perfect. And I'll go ahead and buy 20 of these silver arrows.
Okay, so he will sell those to you. It's 202. 202 gold pieces for 20 silver arrows.
Done. Do you have any magic items at all here?
And he says, "No, I'm afraid we don't get many of those here. You would have to probably go to Neverwinter or Waterdeep to be able to purchase those."
I just nod, take my stuff, and take a step.
Okay. Now, you do know that over here, layer, okay. Okay, and then
Where did you mark?
hang on, I'm just making sure it gets to the right layer. Over here is the house where the midwife has moved into, and she's living there now. And she does make the potions. So you can go buy potions from her. She's actually started a little garden out there. And she has decided she's going to stay here in town until the dragon is dealt with before she tries to go back and move into the old windmill again. And per her arrangement with you all, she will sell you healing potions at half price. So it's 25 gold for a potion of healing as opposed to 50 gold, which is book value.
Okay. Flip in 2 of those. But also, I want to know what she's got that's not a healing potion.
Well, the herbs that she brought with her that she's been able to get growing, and the ones that were ready to be used are all aimed at potion-wise, are all aimed at healing. The only other herbs that she has are ones that she uses in poultices to in her duties as a midwife. They help to ease pain, but specifically it's the pain of childbirth. It's not anything that would really be helpful to an adventurer. It's just something that is helpful for women in labor as they're giving birth.
Because they're doped.
Basically, yeah. It's basically, it's like the D&D version of an epidural, where it's like this, ease the pain, and you know
what?
then the baby comes.
You know what? Just in case this comes up, let me have one. I can think of a couple of uses for this.
And she looks at you and she says, "Sir," she says, "I don't know what game you are playing at, but I don't think you're qualified. Now, are you the only one there, or is anyone else in the party with her, with Finn?
Yeah, I'm with him.
That ain't my game, baby, but the stakes are life and death.
And she says, "Sir, have you ever helped to birth a child? Now,
No.
you may have helped to make a child, but I doubt you have ever helped to birth a child." And she puts her hands on her hips and kind of gets right into Finn's grill.
Will you explain this to me? Say I want to hurt something. Say I wanted to make something really stupid. If I came up and shot him with an arrow full of this stuff, wouldn't their mind get a little bit numb? Wouldn't things get a little bit hazy?
Oh, no, absolutely not, sir. All you would succeed in doing is removing the pain. And if it were angry and vicious, it would not know that it was even hurt, and it would probably fight you even more fiercely.
But if it didn't see you and it didn't feel pain, would it know it was hit?
It would probably, if you shot it with an arrow that restricted its movement, certainly it would know that, and most things would know where an arrow came from. You would, if it didn't come after you, you would endanger your friends, or you would endanger others who are around. No, you are reckless, sir. I will not allow you to have any of this. You can buy the potions if you wish. The arrangement I made with you before stands. I still feel indebted to you for saving me from that drasted manticore. But I will not allow you to recklessly use medicines.
On a dragon?
Oh, sir, I doubt that the pain remedies that I give to a woman in labor would do anything to a dragon. They are fierce and enormous creatures.
Right.
Won't a dragon be allergic to it?
Yeah, it's okay. Look, if you have only what you need, then go ahead. Just any advantage we can take, we're gonna be needing it soon.
Well, if you're looking for an advantage, I would encourage you to find perhaps a magic weapon. All the stories I've heard say that magic weapons are very effective against dragons. That's what you need, sir, not a mere poultice from a village midwife.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have weapons around here.
Oh, there's not some ruins you can plunder and find a treasure. There's not some barrow of a long dead hero that you could pillage.
I'll look it up. Thanks.
Okay, so you're buying 2
Yeah, I did that.
potions of healing for 25 GP each. Anybody else buying potions?
Deborah Gwynn, yeah, apologize for my friend here. But I'm just wondering if you happen to know anything of mimic skin or manticore components. Do you know of any potions or any uses of this type of material?
Oh. Oh. Well, I personally do not know, but it is true that the sages say that the components and skin of magical beasts can be used for many types of spells. You are the arcane caster, are you not? Did you not learn of such things from the wizards who taught you?
Yeah, I may have. I may have skipped that day. I don't know. I might have to go back to my study.
Yes, well, I can tell you there is a fine academy in Waterdeep called the Blackstaff Tower. The Blackstaff herself and all of the wizards who are there, it is said they know the lore of every spell known to casters in across Faerun. They would certainly know what could be done, and they may have alchemists who could create potions beyond my mere skills. I was trained specifically to heal and to give aid to women in childbirth. So my training is very limited in terms of the types of potions and poultices that I can create.
Okay. Well, I'll take 2 of your healing potions if you don't mind.
Okay. So that's 2 more. Yep. 2 more potions of healing for 25 GP each. All right.
So there's regular potions of healing?
Yep. 2d4 plus 2. Normally those go for 50 gold, but she's selling them to you guys for 25 each because you saved her from that manticore.
But for me, it would be additional price, like normal
No,
price.
you're with that group, so she'll give you
Okay,
the same
then
rate.
I'll buy 2 then.
Okay. So 50 gold, you get 2.
Give me 4.
Okay, Dorzaphir, 100 gold, you get 4.
Also, I know you have the things to cure people, but you wouldn't happen to have any herbs that would actually poison people, would
No.
Thought I'd ask.
She puts her hands on her hips again and she shakes her finger at you. Says, "No, you're as bad as the one with the hair."
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment.
The one with the hair. Oh, for Pete's sake. How many concerts you got to give before people know your name? Say my name.
And she just kind of looks down her nose at Finn and crosses her hands across her stomach and just sort of gives you this look like, really?
Don't worry. You'll be hearing it a lot soon.
I'm sure that I will. Mr. Fracker.
You're halfway there.
Well, I'm certainly not living on prayers.
Whoa! Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear.
Can we shut up about living on prayers?
Okay, so any other supplies you guys need to buy?
Yeah, I'm gonna run back and grab a thief's tools from the shop.
Okay, let me go ahead and I think those are
Let's put the chicks in his place.
Yeah, those are 25 gold.
All right.
Trying to think. I've never done this before. What would it take for me to make poison? I have a poisoner's kit. What would it take? What is the skill check or something that if I wanted to make poison, because I'm gonna start poisoning my daggers?
Oh, okay. So let's go to let's go to poison.
Because this is what I have. Hold on. What ability? It's asking me to put an input for ability. Would it be intelligence, wisdom? What?
Yeah. I think that's going to be your your intelligence. To make sure that you
So
now,
it roll.
So yeah, now to use a poisoner's kit, you usually need a some kind of a some sort of actual poison to use that to create a and if you take poison, like the poison from a giant spider, the poison from a manticore or something like that, and you successfully use it with your kit, you can either create enough that you can coat your weapon with it, and let me see how much that
Because we did just take a manticore's tail at the beginning of this adventure and staple it to a bar, and I think I did give. I have some vials, so I must have took some of the.
Yeah,
I have a vial of manticore. I have 2 vials of manticore.
Yeah, so let's see poisons. There we go. Do. All right. This is wound. Injury. Not wound, it's called injury. In this. Okay. I'm going to figure out. God, that's. Okay. Ooh. Well, the basically it's going to wind up costing you some money, and I'm going to charge you half of what it would be if you actually bought it to create it, and it's going to let you create basically what amounts to serpent's poison, and you can. Okay, there's the DC for creating it. And you can Single dose. Okay. All right. Yeah, you already have it in a vial, so maybe we shouldn't do that. Incapacitated or dead, yes. Oh, okay, you guys already did all that stuff. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Because you used... Okay, never mind. Yes, it's going to act as Serpent's Poison, which will add 3d6 poison damage on a failed save. On a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And then your... because you have it in a vial already, you're going to be able to coat your dagger 4 times.
Nice.
And after you coat your dagger, the first time you hit with that weapon, within a minute, the poison will be expended. And then if you want it to be poisoned again, you have to coat it again. And if you fight for a full 10 rounds, a full minute, and you don't hit anything, then the poison evaporates and basically it's no good.
Got you. Because I was looking at that on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Basic poison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you said 3d6? That's a little bit more potent.
Yeah, it's... I'm just going to call it essentially... It doesn't have stats for Manticore poison, so I'm just going to use the stats for Serpent poison.
Fair.
Which is... and I'm choosing that one because of its cost. Normally it costs 200 gold to buy that, and since you all are still relatively low level, I'm gonna run with that one instead of some of the more exotic ones, which can be several thousand
Yeah,
gold.
no.
Yeah.
I just wanted something basic that I could just code it and say, boom.
Yep. So if it gives you, I think it may give you in D&D Beyond, you may have an item called Serpent's Poison. So you can add that to your inventory, and then that will...
I was just showing that one that I found. I was just looking. Let me see if I can find Serpent. Hold on.
Yeah.
So how many vials can you make with... Because I've got the 2 vials of Manticore components.
That's gonna be the 1 vial has enough for 4, and let me roll the other one, and the other vial will let him do 5. So total of 9 uses from those 2 vials.
4 plus 5.
Yep, and that is if he's using the poison out of those vials. Now, obviously, if you took that and you poured the whole vial into the wound of a creature, it would do a little bit more damage, but then you'd use up the whole vial.
Okay.
Okay, so you're charging me half price of Serpent Venom. That's just what it says here in the...
Yep.
That's just, so it's just Serpent Venom. Okay, that's fine. That's the same price as basic, but you said it's 3d6 worth of damage. Okay.
Right, because normally, since you guys harvested it yourself, and actually there's no charge to it. You don't have to pay the 100 gold, because you all did the checks back at the time you killed the creature to harvest the poison. And I was just trying to figure out if it gave stats for Manticore poison in the DMG, which it does not. So I was looking at what would be the best one. So you don't spend the 100 gold. It's
okay.
Yeah, don't spend the 100 gold. You just have the 2. Now, if Abinadom wants you to pay him anything to buy those 2 vials off of him, that's between you guys. But as far as the NPCs are concerned, you don't have to
Yeah, he doesn't. No, he doesn't need to buy them for me.
No, I'll give him one of the vials. I don't need both. I mean, I'm only working with daggers, so he can have to say that I mixed it up, made it more potent with my poisoner's kit, gave him a vial, and I kept a vial.
Okay. All right.
As a fair trade for my expertise.
Okay.
So, okay, I'll add that to my inventory. And how many doses is it? Is it you said 9 doses?
One does 4,
vial.
one does 5.
Yeah, one vial will do 4 doses, and the other vial will do 5 doses.
I'll keep the 4 dose one and give the 5 one to him.
Okay. All right.
Sweet. Thanks, Dorzaphir.
Oh, you're welcome, Abinadom. No problem.
Dudes, we got a lot of money and nowhere to spend it.
That's not a bad thing.
I think it's a good thing. What if we bought a few bows and armed a couple of orcs and a wererat?
Say that again?
Buy a couple of bows, arm a couple of orcs and a wererat. Because they all want to kill this dragon too.
I think part of their stay on the ranch is that they're not armed.
Well, we'll take the bows back or something later.
Well, and also, Big Al needs help, getting the ranch going again. He lost all of his ranch hands. And so if you went out there and if you could convince the wererat and the orcs, first of all, not to kill each other. Secondly, to not run away at the first sign of a dragon. Then you would, before you could even get to that point, you'd have to figure out how you're going to get people to replace them on the ranch for the retired sheriff.
For pity's sake. It used to be everybody who wanted to kill this dragon was automatically in the Adventurers Guild. No, it's not.
No, it's anybody who comes to Phandalin and talks to the town master gets in the Adventurers Guild. That's the way that works.
Sucks to. I'm going to use somebody. Use somebody and stay at home while they do it.
I'm sorry, you're not going to hire hirelings to go run at a dragon, woo, with a sword or a bow when we can handle it ourselves.
You think we can handle it ourselves?
I do.
I think if we handle it ourselves, we need some magic weapons.
I think we're working on that.
Well, Neverwinter's not too far away from our next objective, I don't believe, is it?
No, it's not too far. Yes.
Yep.
Is it 10 times 3d6?
No.
No.
10 is the average of 3d6.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
That's how everything is in the DM's book. It gives you an average.
That was throwing me. I was like, what? No, that can't be right. Okay.
If you're on D&D Beyond, it's on there.
I am, but I just read it taking 10 and then parentheses 3d6. I'm like, wait, what? So, all right, we're good. I got it.
Chris, your amp goes up to 11.
Okay, the let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, your friend, the wererat, Jasmal. You see her at some point as you're going to and fro across town, buying supplies, getting ready to, probably getting ready that afternoon or that evening, and then you'll probably start the next day to head out to the loggers' camp. But at some point in the evening, while you're at the inn, Jasmal will come up to you and say, I heard something about a ruin. A ruin in these parts where they say there might be something that could help if you really intend to go after that dragon.
Oh, do tell.
She says, between here and Neverwinter, there lies the barrow mound of a warrior and it's said that he was buried with his magic sword. And this warrior supposedly fought and slew a green dragon that was terrorizing the high road a century ago. And they say that his sword is a dragon slayer weapon. So if you find that sword, that may help you in fighting the dragon.
I look at Elle and I'm like, hey, this one might be for you, buddy.
Sounds too good to be true. It's on our way. I think it's a no-brainer.
I say we need to keep our eyes out for that.
Let me go ahead and move you over here. You guys ask around a little bit. Give me some persuasion checks as you all talk to the people that told the rumor to Jasmal.
Dang.
Wow.
Chris snuck in there.
L.
Good God.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't even rolled yet. Hold up. No, go ahead. I'm gonna roll. Let's see what it comes out to be.
Okay.
Can you beat 0? Huh? Can you beat 0?
L.
Persuasion.
You.
I beat 0.
L. You. Hear about this, and you know that basically, from what you hear, that Barrow would be somewhere out here, and that is in fact on your way towards the loggers camp, which is up.
Can you
in
ping
this
that
area.
one more time?
Yeah, it would be right here.
Okay.
And now that's what L knows, but Finn has heard about this, and in fact, from some of the details that they say, the story starts to come back to you. Lady Tanamir Alagondor was a royal scion of Neverwinter more than a century ago. She has passed into the immortality of the bards, poets, and songs. And along with 2 parties of adventurers, she fought and killed Azdraka, a green dragon that had long terrorized the high road. Lady Alagondor died in the battle, and she was laid to rest beneath a barrow near where the dragon fell. The remains of her fallen compatriots and the corpse of Azdraka were also sealed in the barrow with her, in accordance with Lady Alagondor's dying wishes. And so you know that if you find this barrow, you will not only find her tomb, but probably the tombs of some of the adventurers she fought with, and perhaps some of the remains of the green dragon itself that they were fighting. And Finn, you are free to embellish that with whatever details you want from, the songs that you've heard.
Mm-hmm. Right at the moment he drops about Alagondor. Alagondor, that's her name.
Yeah, let me go ahead and I'm going to put a couple of things into Discord for you all. For Finn to put in his notes. And there. So that gives you her name, her full name, and it also gives you the name of the dragon that they fought. Azdraka. I'm guessing that's Azdraka. And if anybody is into old BioWare games, you may actually recognize the name of that hero.
I played a couple of them.
Yeah, there was an NPC character that you interacted with. I think it was a minor character in the Neverwinter Nights games back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what I thought of.
I think it was Alagondar. That full name doesn't ring a bell, but it probably is somebody that was related to that.
I never played Neverwinter.
Yeah.
I played Boulders, but I didn't get any further.
Speaking of Boulders, who's seen the new gameplay trailer?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Looks real
I have
good.
not yet.
Check it out. It's worth the watch.
I'd like to go to this burrow. Maybe there's something in it that might help us with our journey. You were saying magical items there, El, wasn't you?
I think it's not by chance this happened. It's right on our way to our next mission, which is right on our way to Neverwinter.
What do you say there, Abinadom? You could always look for something magical to help your ante.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why we aren't already going. Let's go.
Oh, wow, and I'm usually the one wanting to get us out of places. I think I've rubbed off on him just a little bit.
I heard magic items, and I was like, let's go.
Okay, well, night falls. The next morning, you all wake up. The cart from Barthen's is ready with the provisions. And when we reconvene next week, we will start the adventure leaving Phandalin and heading out to the logging camp, going by the barrow on the way. Let me go ahead while I'm remembering it right now and put that on the map so you guys will know where you're headed.
And we owed Holly 2 gold per day for the horses. Did I? I can't remember. We haven't paid. We didn't prepay for that, right?
I think you did. You took that out of the slush fund.
Did we?
Yeah.
I prepaid it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It was like 10 gold or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
it's 2 gold per day.
Now that you're done with that cart because this particular cart is coming from Barthen.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was
Yeah.
I was covered from before. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be. So,
All right.
I didn't think to ask. All of our new players that we've been playing with recently, I would say that would be Chris and Ivy. Yeah, you get the whole purpose of our slush fund, right? What I mean is like any gold we collect from the selling of items and stuff, that at the end of the adventure, we just split it all. Like it's pretty much right. Yeah, it's right now. It's just like, hey, we use it for expenses. When the whole thing is over, we just split the remainder.
Yeah, it's a common concept in many games.
Yeah, so for all the purchases we just made, that would have been from private funds. But anything that we need for like party stuff, then yeah, we've got 617 gold right now, and then we've got a bunch of copper. The other
Also, on
items.
that topic, as a reminder, there is a heavy crossbow with some bolts that are ready for anyone that's willing to use it.
Okay, yeah, you can just keep hold of that.
Okay. And we are at 11 o'clock, so I want to thank you guys for coming out and playing tonight. Be safe this week. Everything is a little bit up in the air, and I'm not quite sure what's going to happen at work for me. They're talking about they have HR has sent out a message that there's contingencies in place for people to work from home. So I don't know if I will be working from home
Lucky.
in the next week or not.
Very lucky.
Yeah, it is one of those things where it's kind of a blessing. I think at least one of us, and I want to say it's probably Wesley, if I remember correctly, at least one of us is in the healthcare profession. So, okay. Oh, hey, Wes. you were able to
He's
join
here.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I joined late. I didn't know we were having a game. There was no scheduled time for it.
Yeah, that was my bad. I didn't notice it until somebody asked me about it earlier today, and it's like, oh crap, I forgot to put that on there. Normally, I try to put it on the next day or two after the game, and if I don't do it, then it gets away from me. But yeah, be safe, y'all. If you're in large gatherings or whatever's going on,
Avoid large gatherings if at all possible.
Yeah.
I work downtown, and hopefully, because of this, there will be nobody downtown. It should be a ghost town.
But the most important thing to do is the most. Everybody's freaking out, wanting masks and stuff.
Wash
The
your
most important
hands.
thing to do is wash your hands.
Yes.
And
Yes.
whenever you get done washing your hands, do not touch the faucet. Do not touch the doorknob. Pull a piece of a paper towel and use it.
Or your T-shirt. I used the front of my T-shirt. I never touched that.
And lots
damn
of hand
bathroom.
sanitizer.
I just cleaned all you guys for now. I just sent press to
Hand
the station.
sanitizer.
You're all good.
We're good. No corona here.
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all going
We
on.
only
And
have to keep it. We only have to keep it under control for another month or two, and then we'll be out of flu season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think they're postponing a lot of events like the NHL. I know they're postponing to the summer so that they can, because the warmer weather will. I think they said this virus is it's susceptible to hotter weather.
Exactly.
yeah, you're kind of lucky there in Nashville. I mean, obviously the tourism is going to get hurt, and that's not lucky, but NBA and MLS have both suspended for at least, I think, 30 days. So they won't be having games. So you won't be having to deal with the, the stadiums and the arenas and stuff, with all that going on and the big crowds coming for that. Unfortunately, I know a lot of music festivals have been canceled, left, right, center. Big concert tours are canceled. Or
pretty much anything that goes in a stadium or anything like that, even theater,
Nashville's
Broadway.
taking a hit already. We've done lost. What they reported the other day was 60,000 hotel room reservations, 99 conventions. We've lost over $30 million in direct spending because of it. It took a hit. Like Nashville took a hit because of this, and it's insane. Like because the main things we have in Nashville are NHL, so the Predators and the Titans, but football season's been over. And then the next biggest thing we were to have was the SEC tournament, so the Southern Basketball Conference, and they completely canceled that today. Like there is no more tournaments or nothing.
Yeah, and I said NBA. I was thinking I knew you're in Nashville, but somehow I was thinking Memphis, because Memphis has the Grizzlies there.
Yeah, they have the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
that's the only thing they have.
Yeah, but you guys have the Nashville FC, the new MLS team.
You mean the MLS team that needs to go away?
On a good note, today has been the hottest day of the year in Alabama. It got up to 80 degrees today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we've been in the 80s here in Florida, tickling the 80s during the day, low 80s and 60s at night. So it's pretty comfortable here. But yeah,
these are the nights that I love the most, when it's in the high 50s, mid 60s.
Yes.
It's a nice, cool night. Yeah, it's not hot.
Count yourselves lucky.
It's raining here.
But the good thing, we've had an almost nonstop rain for the last 2 months, and it's been pretty and sunshiny the last couple of days. It's been so invigorating. But that virus doesn't handle the heat very well. So the warmer it gets, the less likely it's going to be to spread.
Honestly, with all the cancellations and shit, I think the crime rate's going to rocket, and more people are going to die from bored people doing dumb shit.
They bought all the toilet paper.
Yeah, stay off the streets.
Stock up on your toilet paper.
I've never seen such. I'm sorry. I lived in the South my whole life. I get bread and milk because they go nuts when it comes to like snow. You know, they always freak out. You're like, gotta get the bread and milk. But why toilet paper? Why?
Yeah, there's limits here that you're only allowed 2 like big bulks of toilet paper now. And it's like, what the fuck?
Well, what happens what do you do when you run out of toilet paper and you can't go to the store and buy any?
Use leaves.
Use the shower.
Or shower water.
Use like face towels or cloths, and you have to wash them afterwards, maybe?
Yeah,
there you go.
You get toilet paper. Like that one comedian said, he's standing in line with somebody. He said, I like the deal as much as the next guy, but I saw a guy in line with a thing of toilet paper that was only 98 cents. And I said, dude, that can't be good. You know, I've had some tough times in my life, man, but I always have good toilet paper.
Oh, well.
It's a line you just don't cross, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Just don't flush your wipes. If they say flushable wipes, don't flush them down the toilet, because that is not true.
Yeah, that. Then you'll be.
They're only flushable if you have if you're like at a facility that has a high pressure system, much higher.
No. Trust me. I work for the city, and I know people that work at Metro Water. Do you know, high pressure or not, do you know that those things do not tear down, even like when they go through processing? Do you know how much, better yet, people with septic systems, just to throw you for a loop. If you threw all those down a septic system, you will clog your system up so bad. Normally you don't have a septic pump, but every 3 to 5 years, you'll have it pumped in 6 months.
Wow.
Well, we use a septic system here, but in my house, but all of the hospitals use flushable wipes.
Oh God, I'd hate if. Where are you at, Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
I'd hate to see if your local city went to the hospital and caught, because mostly they have traps for those things in the pipes. But if they were to catch them doing that, oh my God, dude, they would find the crap out of the hospital. Because to clean the sewers out, to clean those wipes out, because they don't tear down like toilet paper does. That's the whole reason that they'll tell you the only thing that should go down your toilet is toilet paper, because it actually degrades and disintegrates.
There is a non-flushable version of those. Those do not break down. The flushable ones do. Hell, they break down trying to use them.
That's